This episode is brought to you by Shopify. Forget the frustration of picking commerce platforms when you switch your business to Shopify, the global commerce platform that supercharges your selling wherever you sell. With Shopify, you'll harness the same intuitive features, trusted apps, and powerful analytics used by the world's leading brands. Sign up today for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/tech, all lowercase. That's shopify.com/tech.
Families have a lot going on. Let Ollie help manage the mental load with new cognitive help supplements for everyone 4 and up, like delicious Lolly Focus Pops or Lolly Mellow Pops for kids. And for parents, try 3 new Brainy Chews to help you focus, chill out, or get energized. Find these cognitive health buddies for the whole fam at ollie.com. That's OLLY.com. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
This is Optimal Work Daily, episode 1356. Networking strategies can help you overcome the fear of trying to advance your career, by Honey Smith with GetRichSlowly.org. And I'm Dan, I am your host, and I'm here with you every single day reading these posts to help you improve your business life. And with that, let's jump right into it now as we hear from Get Rich Slowly and Optimize Your Life. Networking strategies can help you overcome the fear of trying to advance your career, by Honey Smith with GetRichSlowly.org. I've written about the power of personal networks before. Unfortunately, lots of people find networking intimidating for a variety of reasons. Certainly, I used to. For me, breaking networking down into a system that I can follow helps me overcome nervousness and network effectively. Here are the 2 main networking strategies that I use. 1. Networking via keeping it warm. What it is. Keeping it warm is a pretty straightforward strategy. It means that you don't wait until you need something before getting in touch with your professional connections. I try to meet my grad school friends in the area every so often for lunch or a quick drink. I ask questions about their careers and lives and tell them about mine. If I hear about an opportunity that they'd be perfect for, I'm proactive about letting them know. Challenges with keeping it warm. This strategy assumes that you have the time, energy, health, at least a little bit of discretionary money, skills you're interested to market, and connections other people would find interesting. However, there are ways to get around these challenges. Setting calendar reminders can ensure people don't drop off your radar. If you're busy or sick or can't afford lunch right now, an email may work just as well. Why it works. Putting effort into keeping up with someone's life and career, even when everything's going great for you, has a couple of advantages. First, it means that they don't view you as self-centered. Second, it means that their image of you is of someone competent and in control of their life. This prevents you from being the person who only contacts them when you need help. Regular contact also keeps you on the forefront of their mind if they hear of an opportunity that you'd be perfect for. Additionally, if you can help them first, they will be invested in returning the favor. Who it works on. The main target for the keeping it warm strategy is former colleagues or even supervisors that you are friendly with. These are people who are familiar with your skill set. It's like my friend said, I already know you're an excellent writer, so I don't have to interview you. I just have to show you the nuts and bolts, and you'll pick it up fast. A significant percentage of jobs are either never advertised in the first place, or are advertised, but the company already has someone in mind for the position. That's evidence of people out there keeping it warm. My results. While the freelance work that my friend set me up with did peter out eventually, I earned almost $5,000 before that happened. I'd call that a success, and I've been able to send some work his way as well. And 2, traditional networking via group memberships and websites. What it is. This is what people usually think of when they think of networking. While you may have something in common with these individuals, they are probably not anyone you ever worked with directly. This may include people that you know socially but not professionally, or individuals you've never met but have something in common with as a result of your group membership. An example might be a college alum club or a professional conference. Challenges with networking groups and websites. The issue with these sorts of groups is twofold. First, it's easy to join or be part of a group, only to fail to put in the work, whether due to introversion, lack of time, or other factors, and then wonder why it's not paying off. Second, Even if you are putting in the work, it's challenging to come across as genuine when the whole point of the group is to awkwardly put people who allegedly have something superficial in common in the same space, whether physical or virtual. Why it works. One of the reasons that this strategy can work is that everyone's on the same page. If someone contacts you and references the group, then you don't have to wonder what their motive is. Additionally, many people in these groups are ready and willing to help, but due to introversion, lack of time, or other factors, don't end up reaching out themselves. They may be relieved if you take the initiative. Bonus points if you're friendly and attempt to make a personal connection so the exchange doesn't feel clinical or self-serving. Who it works on. People who are members of the group or website match. This approach does require a little more work in terms of demonstrating your fit, since the person doesn't necessarily know who you are. Once a connection has been made, it's important that you keep it warm. In other words, you want to think about making long-term connections. Since 9-to-5 jobs may be getting harder to come by, these types of connections may become increasingly important. My results. In 2009, I joined the networking site LinkedIn and connected to everyone in my address book who also had an account. Within weeks, an alumna from my sorority who lived on the opposite side of the country had passed my name along to an editor who hired me to design an online writing course. At the time, my day job was furloughing workers due to the economic meltdown, and I made enough money with that one freelance gig to replace 10% of the salary that I'd lost. More recently, I attended my local sorority alum club's annual membership brunch. I ended up talking with a woman who used to work in a position very similar to mine before leaving to start her own business in a related industry. I made sure to get her contact information and sent a follow-up email. She's already responded, and we're setting up a lunch. I'm looking forward to picking her brain about our mutual interests and sharing what I know in return. Networking can be intimidating, but it doesn't have to be. I really didn't feel comfortable networking at first, but I found that the more I practiced, the less intimidating it became. It didn't take long for me to build confidence and overcome my fear. Recently, by engaging in pre-emptive networking, I'm starting to make connections before I need them. That way, by the time I find myself in need, the groundwork has already been laid, and all I will need to do is to reach out and ask for help. You just listened to the post titled, Networking Strategies Can Help You Overcome the Fear of Trying to Advance Your Career, by Honey Smith with GetRichSlowly.org. We're driven by the search for better. But when it comes to hiring, the best way to search for a candidate isn't to search at all. Don't search, match with Indeed. Indeed is your matching and hiring platform with over 350 million global monthly visitors and a matching engine that helps you find quality candidates fast. Ditch the busy work. Use Indeed for scheduling, screening, and messaging. 93% of employers agree Indeed delivers the highest quality matches compared to other job sites. One of the things I love about Indeed is that it filters out those incompatible applicants. So when you're hiring, the process is much faster, and you only have to consider applicants that are already likely to be a great fit. And listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit to get your jobs more visibility at Indeed.com/startup. So just go to Indeed.com/startup right now and support our show by saying you heard about Indeed on this podcast. Indeed.com/startup. Terms and conditions apply. Need to hire? You need Indeed.
With supply chains becoming more complex, you need to stay on top of the latest logistics developments. So if you work with logistics, you need the Beyond the Box podcast from Maersk. It's the easy way to keep up to date with everything from digital disruption in logistics to the need for supply chain resilience in today's market. Find out more and keep ahead of the game with the Beyond the Box podcast on logistics insights at maersk.com/insights.
And thanks not just to Honey, but also to JD, the owner and founder of Get Rich Slowly. JD considers himself to be just a regular guy who's learned about money through the school of hard knocks. By 2004, he had acquired over $35,000 of consumer debt through credit cards, personal loans, and a car loan, and was living paycheck to paycheck on a salary of $50,000 a year. He didn't have any savings, and in October of that year, he hit rock bottom. Then he drafted a 3-year plan to get out of debt and never looked back. In less than a year, he'd set aside a $5,000 emergency fund and had increased his cash flow by $750 a month. He put that cash into debt reduction, and in December of 2007, only 3 years later, and right on schedule, he became debt-free for the first time in his adult life. and JD is now an early retiree. So come on by GetRichSlowly.org for a lot more great info there, lots of articles and resources, and a big thank you to JD for letting us share his work quite regularly across a number of our podcasts. But that's it for another edition of Optimal Work Daily. I hope you enjoyed the post and that you're having a great day out there, and I'll be back with you tomorrow, where your optimal life awaits.